Hello everyone, and welcome back to Science with me, Mr. Fitri. Today we're going to finish Hydropower Energy. Last time we went over hydropower, the water cycle, and how dams work. Today the main focus of our class will be looking at two relatively new forms of hydropower, which are tidal energy and wave energy, and looking at how both work. So I think today is going to be a relatively short class. Now, I want to just again reiterate what is hydropower. Again, hydropower is energy that comes from the force of moving water, the kinetic energy of moving water. Again, hydropower is considered renewable because the water on Earth is continually replenished by precipitation, which is due to the water cycle. Now, we talked about the water cycle last time. Just want to go over it again because I think this is something you should definitely know going forward, okay? So again, the water cycle is the movement of water on Earth, and it's driven by the sun, okay? As the sun heats water on Earth's surface, that water begins to turn into water vapor, okay, and rise into the atmosphere. This process is called evaporation, okay? The water is evaporating, turning into gas. Now, as that water vapor rises into the atmosphere, it's going to cool down a little bit and condense into clouds, okay? This process is called condensation, where water vapor, again, condenses into clouds. Once that part of the atmosphere becomes saturated, becomes full of water, we have the third step, precipitation, all right, where the water precipitates, all right, in the form of rain or snow. And then the process starts all over again. Okay? Evaporation, condensation, precipitation. Okay? I want you to remember those three and what each of them do. Now, let's get into our two forms of hydropower today. First, tidal energy. So tides are the rise and fall of sea levels. I don't know if you've ever noticed when you go to the beach, but at different times of the day, the water is closer to the beach, and at other points of the day, it's farther away. Okay? These are the tides, where water comes closer to land and goes out further away from land. Tides are caused by the gravity from the moon and the rotation of the Earth, okay? So at some point when the moon is closer to certain areas of the Earth, the gravity from the moon, which is kind of surprising since it's so far away, is actually moving the water on Earth's surface. And this simply means that the water in the sea is in constant motion. And because it's in constant motion, it's a source of kinetic energy. Now, to capture tidal energy, there are different designs which can capture the tidal energy, but essentially, they all capture the energy of the water as it moves towards land during high tide and as it moves away from land during low tide. Each design uses, again, you guessed it, a turbine to capture the kinetic energy of the tides to turn a generator. So I've put a couple little pictures here. Essentially what it looks like is a blade under the surface of the water, okay, like an airplane blade or a wind turbine blade. And what's going to happen is that as water comes closer to land, those blades will spin. As the water moves away from land, again, those blades will spin. And will capture that kinetic energy of the motion. Now, tidal power is a new source of hydropower and is currently very expensive to build, and they're still working on it. They're trying to make it more efficient, more perfect, better technology, just like they were doing over the past several decades with wind energy or solar energy, trying to make it better. But the thing with tidal energy is that it is clean and it is sustainable because tides are predictable. Okay? What do I mean by that? I mean that every day we're going to have high tides and every day we're going to have low tides. We know that. This has been going on for pretty much forever. All right? As long as people have been recording it. So we can predict how much energy is potential at that area, or how much potential energy we can capture at a given place on Earth. The second type of hydropower is wave energy. Now, waves are different than tides. Waves are the movement of water that is caused by the wind blowing over the surface of the ocean. Okay? So as wind blows over the water, it can move it, causing waves. Now, unlike tides, waves are unpredictable. That means we don't know how strong waves will be given a specific day of the year. Okay? Some days may be more windy, causing stronger waves. Other days there might not be wind at all, so we might have very, very small waves or no waves at all. It's hard to predict in the long term, which is unlike tides because we know tides have been rising and falling for thousands of years, and they will continue to do so for thousands of years to come. There are different ways to capture the kinetic energy of waves. One system uses the wave itself to spin a turbine. Okay, so that's the one at the bottom right picture. So you see like a shaft that's built onto the land, and as the wave hits that area, the water pushes up the shaft or the tube or the pipe, and the air captured in the pipe is pushed upon, creating higher pressure, spinning a turbine, spinning a generator. The other system attaches a buoy to the sea floor. Okay, that's the picture, the top picture there. And by attaching this buoy to the sea floor, as the waves push the buoy up, the movement turns a generator. And as the waves move away, the buoy falls again, all right, again, spinning that generator. So it's using that up and down motion of the wave to to spin and turn a generator. So again, two different ways of capturing wave energy. Okay, again, wave energy and tidal energy are two forms of energy, of hydropower energy, that we are still looking into, still researching, trying to see how much power we can capture from them. So it'll be interesting to see in the next 5, 10, 20 years how this technology changes or improves. So I said that today's class would be short, and I do hope it was. Again, we went over tidal energy and wave energy and how both work. If this is interesting to you, you can potentially use it for your project. Otherwise, please complete the attendance questions, and I will. I was going to say I will see you soon. I don't know if that's going to happen due to the situation with COVID, but nonetheless, I hope you all are well, and I will wish you good luck.